Alright, I wasn't expecting to make a video so soon after the last one, but some news came up and here we are. Today on Thursday, November 19th, Russia put forward a legislative draft to its parliament. In it talks about banning YouTube and other social media platforms on grounds of state media being censored. To put this in a bigger context, social media platforms have been working together to scrutinize information put on their platform, fact-checking them to see if the information actually holds true or not. And because of the fact Russian media has been compromised for years and essentially just puts up propaganda, that has led social media platforms to actually fact-checking what they're saying, i.e. saying that what they're telling the people isn't quite accurate or doesn't align with the facts of the situation. I.e. Russian politicians or news anchors might be lying to people and when shared on social media, then that social media website will fact check it and say this actually isn't real and this isn't going on. And it seems because of this action, they're taking a stance to potentially ban these social media platforms, including YouTube in Russia. Now, one of the reasons I'm making this video is because people have already discussed these concepts already, but they haven't really been looking over the fact that Russia, seemingly from my research at least, has been trying to ban social media in it for like every year for the past decade. You can pretty much always find articles of some politicians somewhere talking about a new plan to ban some platform, usually YouTube, Twitter, major ones, the ones everyone is familiar with already. And so they'll talk about getting into parliament or passing a new law that will ban these platforms, and pretty much every year it doesn't really go anywhere. Assumingly though, is this a way to control people more easily? But now it seems like the social media platforms are directly going against certain things Russia wants to happen, and that seems to have upset them more. And because they're more upset, it seems like there's way more steam and fuel behind their actual approach to banning social media in Russia right now. The farthest Russia has gone before, from what I could figure out through my research, was back in 2010, where Russia did actually successfully ban YouTube and a bunch of other platforms for hosting what they considered anti-Russian propaganda on the platform, i.e. saying Russia isn't that great of a place sometimes and do some shady things, so pretty factual information, but in the eyes of Russia and in what they want to portray themselves as, it would be considered as propaganda. Now, with that said, because of the fact Russia currently does have YouTube, obviously that was overturned later. But still, there is a precedent of social media platforms and just websites in general being banned in Russia because of the fact they send out anti-Russian messaging. Now, where's this whole thing going to go? I'm not really sure. The bill was literally put into Parliament's hands today, so we will not get results on that for potentially quite a long time. However, hopefully I've framed this in such a way that you understand that yes, Russia tries to do this a lot, but right now specifically, it seems like they have more going for them and might actually go further this time than they usually do. I'm not saying certainly that social media platforms are going to be banned in Russia, but I am saying that it definitely seems like something Russia would do. This isn't like the US where them banning a platform seems highly unlikely and seems like a thing that would be shut down immediately. But in Russia, however, it's not that far of a stretch to imagine they'd actually do this. Again, they already have all of traditional media already under their thumb, and most Russian citizens probably understand that if they say something too bad about Russia, there's a chance they could get assassinated, so they probably, aren't going to do that. There is a chance this could get overturned. There's a chance it could go through. We really don't know for sure right now, so I'll try to keep things up to date on this channel when new information comes forward. Let's just hope for the best and hope Russia doesn't actually ban any social media platforms, because that wouldn't just be bad for the people in Russia not getting their daily dose of YouTube content, but it's also bad because it would heavily hurt the actual relationship Russia has with the outside world. It would heavily push them more towards being an all-out dictatorship, which they basically kind of already are, and plenty of people's lives are going to be much worse because there's not going to be an outlet to actually let other people know that shady things are happening in Russia, like the rigged elections that go on there and the copious amount of actual assassinations that seem to be going on there. So without having a way for this information to actually reach the outside world through social media, that could be a major problem going forward, not just for Russians, but for the whole world, because Russia is a major world player. But like I said, I'll try to keep up to date on this and see what I can do. I'll see what I can do. Yeah, I'm going to fly to Russia right now and take on the whole entire court case. I'm the lawyer you need. Anyway, I'm going to do the YouTuber outro thing now. Share this video if you want this information to get out there. Like, comment, subscribe, all that. That'll help the channel grow, and make sure you want more content like that. I will know you do that then. Besides that, you can follow me on social media, and of course I have multiple books out that you can buy, and buying them will support the channel. And if you don't want to buy anything, but you still want to read something I've written, then I have a manga release that you can read for free online. You can find all that in the description below. Thanks for watching. Bye, everybody.